YouTube! What the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in the Beastmen campaign. We've kind of been ravaging our way through the Empire. And it looks like we've got Malagor's army ready to replenish. But I'm kind of thinking, the only problem here is if I put a unit in a hidden encampment, it leaves the other one vulnerable. I can't transfer units this turn. Yeah, so I can't transfer any units this turn. Let's just leave things the way they are and end a turn. We need to get Khazrak an army. Okay. So looks like I'm training some more troops with Malagor that we had lost. I need to get some troops for Khazrak. I think for the time being, I'm probably just going to train up some cheap gores. Just so that, yeah, I'm just going to train up some cheap gores just so that we have numbers and I can help him get some horde growth. So, yeah, we'll just give him a few units in his army while we finish up the recruitment with Malagor. And we just need to get some horde growth going for him. I'll show you how I think we can accomplish that. It keeps giving me that Doomtide message at the end of every turn. Got one more turn. And you get these few more Ungor herd here. Yeah, I'm just putting a few units in Malagor's army so he's not completely alone. I know they're trash units, but we'll be able to deal with it. What do you want? A defensive alliance, and you want me to pay you a whole lot of money. I don't think you're that important. What's your call? Leadership. We don't want extra. We don't want a loss to horde growth because we need horde growth for Malagor or for Khazrak. We're gonna raid our way into enemy land here. There we go. We'll meet our raiding goal probably on the end of this turn. We've got a lot more factions to destroy, and we have to win the Fall of Man battle. Raise or sack, yeah, alright. Gotta do some more sacking of Empire provinces. There's going to be a continual nuisance from enemy agents at this point. Alright, so let's use Khazrak. We're going to encircle the settlement. I'm going to move up Malagor here so that they get reinforcements. Now I can auto-resolve against this small Midland settlement. We're going to raise into file, get the horde growth. Got an armor of destiny, which is pretty sweet, actually. Let's take a look at some of our characters. Yeah, the armor of destiny is on Malagor, so let's just go ahead and put this basic armor on Khazrak. We can give him the Tormentor sword, which some of you pointed out I saw it wrong. It keeps the enemy from moving, which is nice. Sure. Fire resistance for now until I find something better, and we'll give him a fireball just because we can. Passive ability, Slug Skin. That's pretty cool. Horde building construction cost, enables poison attacks. Alright, there, whatever. So we got Khazrak some abilities, and if we go in here and look, we still need quite a lot of horde growth for Khazrak, so we're just going to continue to help feed horde growth to Khazrak. Let's think about how we want to do his upgrades. We'll just take a look real quick. He gets this quest for Scourge, a new unique whip, which will give him poison attacks. Quest for the Dark Mail. That's pretty sweet, actually. Constant around self? Holy snot. Target if casting? I guess it's only if something's casting. That's kind of odd. So in the other... Affects enemies in range. It's pretty interesting. We'll have to take a look at that one. Razor Gore Chariot. Bestial Cunning. We got Shadowhide and Slug Skin. Rune of the Beast. Okay. Well, probably the best thing to start off with is Ruination Blessed by Evil. Ruination Enemy Siege Holdout Time. This horde growth over here, up to +9 horde growth. We're gonna need that. It's gonna take a while to get to also, so let's just go ahead and get there. Gonna be constantly harassed by this gaggle of enemy agents here. And it looks like one of the Empire armies moved out to try and lay an ambush for us. We'll counter-ambush them with Malagor. There's probably about like 7 enemy agents around us.
Can you feel it?
Nope.
From the north it comes.
What? Cold wind? Your mom?
Tendrils of chaos spread south, tainting the lands.
Yeah, it's probably because I put it there.
The warriors of chaos march. We must ready ourselves, for war is coming.
Yeah, well...
Who has brought the warring tribes together? What manner of champion holds that power?
Yeah, I would say I'm afraid, but I've killed Archaon so many times. Khazrak got wounded by all the idiot enemies that were coming.
Archaon, the ever-chosen Lord of the End Times, has re-entered the world. With him marches a chaos host numberless in size. Prepare yourself for the coming apocalypse.
Alright, so we're gonna have to move on and probably put the Empire in their place in order to get them to give us any space, because they are harassing us with so many agents.
I cannot.
Volkmar's actually got a pretty sturdy army here. Let's bring Khazrak up here because we want him to get the experience. And they're going to get reinforced from Altdorf, so there'll be a considerable presence for the Empire.
Unwise.
Surely it can't be Altdorf. Maybe this dude reinforces? Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, they get the reinforcements from the actual city, which is kind of weird because they're really kind of too far away, in my opinion, to be getting any such thing. I mean, we could probably still beat these guys, especially if we lightning strike, which is probably what we'll do. We'll just lightning strike and we'll take Malagor head on with Volkmar. The Battle of Altdorf. Volkmar's got a captain and a Jade Wizard. He's also got the Sunmaker and the Hammer of Witches. So I'll probably hide my Warhounds and try and get to his artillery. He's got the Silver Bullets, which we're going to have to be quite careful of. This should be a really nice path right here for my Warhounds. I should be able to come in just like this and get straight into the flank hopefully into the artillery. And then I can try to keep somewhat to the forest over here. Actually, we should probably just rush their infantry. We've got 3 Centigores with great weapons. Okay. I'm gonna try and use the Minotaurs to punch through Empire lines and drop all their skirmishers. Just get over here. Goodness sakes. Alright. Malagor, Gorbel, Giant. So I probably could use this forest over here to a bit of advantage, but then that big thing there is going to be in the way when I try and attack, so let's just do this. I forgot these 2 Warherds to line them up properly. I think I also forgot these 2 Razor Gore chariots. Alright, that Sunmaker though. Okay, let's get moving. Is it targeting the Hammer of Witches? Is probably targeting my Minotaurs. That can't probably be the Sunmaker that's doing that kind of damage. Maybe to my infantry, but I don't think it would do that to my Minotaurs. Okay. Put together an attack. All right. Bring this stuff around the flank. Some Reichsguard over there. Let's bring it down. Let's get around here. Wow, we are getting wrecked in the center. Let's get Gorbel through here and get rid of these silver bullets. Sorry, my camera was bugged out, so take care of a little business there. Alright, we're getting some good damage done at this point. Let's get into the Sunmaker. Okay, I'm not really sure why you're going that way. Alright, Centigores with great weapons are into the back of those Reichsguard. Let's get a Vile Tide over here. See if we can speed their passing. Get rid of those gunners. Yeah. Let's get group 5. Get over here on Volkmar. Hit it. Alright. I should have sent my chariots straight through the center. There was quite a bit of cavalry there. Bring down Volkmar, please. Let's make an example of him. So the Empire getting pretty beat up there. Of course, my forces took a pretty good beating in return, too, from all the skirmishers. Get rid of these last Tattersouls. Come on. 1 hit point. That's what I thought. Look at those Warhounds. 45 melee attack and they're poison. Those guys are no joke. So Volkmar loses to Malagor again, as is common for him. I'm going to try and replenish units a little bit. Let's roll into the hidden encampment here. Got Gorbel that's leveled up. Ooh, wow, look at that armor, plus 15. Melee defense, plus 15. And then Slaughterer's attack. Holy cow. Another 15 melee attack for Gore units. Good grief. We'll do that. That's 65 melee attack on these Gores. Man, do you ever have to love that Gorbel. We can recruit another Gorbel, actually, to put in the other stack, which would be quite appropriate. We'll get Borger Manbane here. You guys can help me rename Mr. Manbane if you want. Hopefully he doesn't get assassinated by the trillion agents that are around. The enemy is going to replenish much faster than I will, so we need to kind of swing around and come at them from a different angle. I definitely don't want the minus 20 to all hordes now. That's going to be a problem. We could handle a little extra upkeep right now and take the extra bestial rage. That might actually get us a Bray herd. So we can certainly afford that. It's going to be hard to get through to Altdorf from this angle. Let's move over here. Get into our hidden encampment, do a little bit of replenishment, and let's do the same thing. We'll get Khazrak back shortly. Just gonna be wounded for a while. Okay, now we're hidden. We can do more research. Speed for all units. Missile damage for all units. Not worried about missile damage very much. Wow, 15 more attack for Ungor and Gores? Good grief. We'll absolutely do the missile research if it gets me to that. We're gonna have absurd attack on these guys. Like, absolutely absurd. Well, we probably got spotted. That might have knocked us out of the encampment there, actually. Because now it doesn't show my guys in the hidden encampment like I want them to be. It looks like there was a confederation there as well. A last-second confederation to try and keep me off their backs. But we've got a Bray herd now.
Not possible.
And Volkmar's like, I'm still alive, I'm still relevant. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack the Empire right here. We'll come in here. We'll encircle. Oh, really? Hang on, what? Yeah, encircle. I thought we got intercepted or something. I was like, what? Get me worried there. Okay. It's not letting me reinforce with my other stack. What are you doing, you dimwit? I don't know what in the world just happened, but it's irritating. It's in the turn. I'm trying to get my stack to reinforce me, and it's not letting them. And we got another Empire stack sailing over here that's going to try and single out my weaker herd. It's Balthasar, and then they're going to try and double team Malagor maybe, but the Warherds there. Yeah, so they're going to try and triple up on us now. So the Empire is going to try and get rid of my 1 stack, so it's unfortunate. We're going to have to re-recruit Gorbol here. Whatever. Have fun with it, Empire. When I get a hold of you with the Warherd on the next turn, you're not going to be feeling so happy about life. Yeah, we're going to have to stuff whatever second herd we get full of troops in order to try and prevent that very thing from happening. How come my Warherd isn't reinforcing me here? Is there something I'm missing? Because now the problem's going to be is that... Campaign movement, Imperial Pegasus... This is just straight up annoying at this point. I'm gonna have to probably break the siege here. But now I'm worried that... We'll probably get... Well, no, I don't want to be in a hidden encampment because I want to be able to reinforce my Warherd. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'll try and move away after this, but... Looks like the Empire ran away from Isleheart. And their forces in the river are going to ignore me. That was just odd. Like, everything that was going on there was just weird. Yeah, like this little island thing was preventing my troops from being able to reinforce me. It's just weird. Just loot and raise this thing. Picked up a gambler's armor. And let's see, I can't do any recruitment or anything this turn. So we're gonna have to wait. But Malagor does level up. Magic Hunter, Crowfather. Yeah, we want to finish Crowfather. That's going to give us stupid winds of magic on top of the unholy power. We need to get another mage into the stack with Malagor because they have so much winds of magic. Like a Bray Shaman and a Beast, or Lore of Death, actually. Lore of Death would be a really cool one because we could get off a whole bunch of Fate of Buna and Spirit Leech along with Devolve. Should be a pretty nice combination. I'm gonna back up just a bit and try and get into a hidden encampment back here. That way I can re-recruit my Warherds. And I think it'll be faster to just merge these dimwits and re-recruit, even though it's 3 turns, because it takes so long to replenish troops unless you use the special event. But then the special event kills your horde growth as well. And I think what we'll do this time is if we re-recruit a second horde for Khazrak, because he'll be available, we just dump a full stack to him immediately. Let's see, which building allows us to build? Alright, Warherd disbands. I guess? I don't really know why my Warherd disbands. It's maybe my... I mean, the bestial rage is still high. That's kind of weird. I don't really understand what just happened there, but whatever. I'm not terribly concerned about it. Let's go ahead and build this building so we can train Bray Shamans. Okay. Get Cygors too? That'd be hilarious. Might as well. I don't see why not. I gotta stay here and train anyway. Might as well build the Cygor. Maybe what we can do is we can trade the Gore Bull over to the new stack because he'll give him a ton of buffs. And then we could put a Cygor or two in Malagor's stack to help with pounding out like enemy heroes and stuff. Because Cygors are going to be pretty tough along with the Giant. Like the combination of these units should do that pretty nicely. Alright, can we re-recruit Khazrak now? Get a Bray Shaman, that's for sure. Lore of Shadows would be pretty fun. It's got a lot of good buffs and debuffs, and then Pit of Shades. That would be pretty nice. Lore of Death would be really nice, but no characters available. We could wait till the next turn and see if we can get a Lore of Death Shaman. I think that one might be better. Spirit Leech should probably be pretty handy. Do not have enough population surplus. I guess I just spent it all. Well, it's not like it's going to take us long to get some population surplus. Well, this episode turned out a little more boring than I had hoped. But it's not the end of the world. Cost of skill, ruinous imbalance. Let's do that one again because I don't really care about the upkeep. Take the extra leadership. Gonna recruit Khazrak. It's a little bit risky, I think, to come out of this encampment this close to everybody.
I'll ignore that.
Lift us.
Let's at least move over part of the army so that they can defend themselves. Like, so if I send the Minotaurs over and Gore Bull, they'll at least have some decent defense. So they'd have something to fight with rather than nothing. And then we could go ahead and try and get back into the encampment now and start recruiting some more troops to backfill. Gore Bull gives those Warherds a ton of buffs. And they're quick to train. And it probably wouldn't hurt to get the ones with shields just to have the extra. Well, the other ones are Vanguard deployed too, though, which would be fun for Khazrak. Let's just train up as many of these guys as we can and transfer them over to Khazrak's army. Just get Khazrak up to speed. The more troops we build up over here, no matter what the Empire does, we should be able to defend ourselves better and keep 2 stacks close by. There we go. So let's get these Gores over there. So we're already starting to have a more threatening army. Yeah, I mean, these guys already have pretty good stats now because Gore Bull just being in their army. And then as Khazrak levels up, it'll just get better. Let's get some Minotaurs and Centaurs for Khazrak's army. Let's go ahead and get a couple of Centaurs, great weapons. And let's do the Minotaurs with shields have a whole lot less stats, but they're a lot more survivable. No forest penalty on any of them. That's pretty cool. There we go. That ought to give Khazrak's army enough punch to it to keep it safe. I don't know what you think you're doing, Balthasar, but you are barking up the wrong tree here, buddy. Let's take these guys out of the hidden encampment. Actually, we can't because they're recruiting.
Your order is dismissed.
It's just a bunch of pistoliers. Which would be a pretty big nuisance, to be honest. Because we have a lot of unarmored infantry.
I will not obey.
If we just get... Okay, how come I can't merge? I guess I can't merge because they're busy recruiting. Well, let's just see what Balthasar does. He's suffering attrition. Surprised the Empire... Oh, the Empire just confederated with Midland as well. So the Empire's trying to stay alive through confederation here. Now the dwarves are coming over too. We're going to have to lightning strike our way out of this real quick. Actually, I don't even know if we need lightning strike. We could just use both our stacks together, I believe. Yeah, we'd get reinforcements here. Balthasar ran like a girl. But we get an ambush on the Dawi. Look at this Slayer spam. Really? Next thing I know, I'm going to go in here and they're going to do a defensive geometry deployment as well. This Slayer spam's going to be a bit annoying, actually. Let's get in here and wreck these guys. Centaurs, not exactly what I want to use against Slayer spam. So let's get our armored infantry up here. They're going to be much more suitable in this endeavor. I want the Minotaurs to help take down the Dwarf Lord up here. And we'll use the Centaurs and the Warhounds back here to clean up all the skirmishers. Malagor's up here. Let's get his giant up here. Okay. Oh, still got chariots. Chariots, now we're talking. This will actually do the job really well against the stunties. Let's put them up on this end and we'll swing around the lines and come wreck the Slayers with chariots. Okay. Some Longbeards with great weapons right there that my Centaurs would be better against. Okay, let's do this thing. Here's Gorbul and Khazrak. Okay, got my chariots coming over. It's not going to matter if I drop the leadership of Slayers. That's just going to be more useful and actually just getting them off the battlefield. Alright, here comes all our Minotaurs over here. So we should be wrecking these guys pretty good. Let's get in and start killing Slayers. The enemy Rune Lord's about to kick the bucket. And the chariots ought to help us get rid of the Slayers a little bit faster. Wow. I'm losing some Bestigor over here very quickly to the Slayers. Let's go do something about it. The Warherds, you can see, made short work of the Slayers. My Bestigor are just gonna hold out longer. Let's keep the chariots moving. Try and get another charge. Get rid of these Slayers a little bit quicker. Basically, charging is what will kill Slayers the fastest. Just repeatedly charging them. Okay, enemy Lord's dead. Take these guys out. Alright, now let's just recharge some of these Slayers here. We can't even charge anymore. There's not enough of them. Anyway, I think we did it pretty easily. Got rid of the filthy Dawi here. Khazrak got to draw some first blood on the campaign trail. Yeah, that Slayer spam did not stack up well against Warherds. I mean, Warherds are low armor, which Slayers can do good against, but Warherds are also really heavy attack. So, Slayers may be decent against Warherds, but Warherds are going to also be pretty good against Slayers. and they cost less. Not that cost is a factor here in a campaign. That's going to be all the time I have for this episode. I think I am going to do a little bit of replenishment by eating the remaining Dawi, which is just the way of things, right? Let's move Khazrak over here. Try and get to a hidden encampment. There we go. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. HeirofCarthage signing out. I'll see you next time.